All right. Hey, everybody. This is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and today I'm back with weekly update number 17. And let's get right into it. Or actually, let's not get right into it. Before we do, because everybody's been talking about it, we restocked DSPIAE, and especially if you're looking for that table vise, my recommendation is to pause the video right now and go check if it's in stock. If you want it, by the time I get to the restock section, hell, by the time you see this video, it's probably already out of stock. But if you want it, this is kind of your chance. So I'll wait a second. You go do that and come right back. So now if you're back, let's get into it. So let's start off with Week in Review. Week in Review is the segment of this video where I talk about happenings this past week, things that are coming up, stuff like that. So first off, a lot of people have been asking about the website lately. I am making progress on that. I don't have an update in terms of when the new website will be up. I hope it will be soon. I've been trying to invest every spare moment I have into it when I've got a little bit of downtime. Spent a couple hours yesterday. Made a lot of progress. It's getting there. You might even be noticing some minor navigational and organizational changes on the site if you've been really astute and on there frequently enough. Hopefully they don't cause any headaches in the meantime, but everything's going to be way better when it's done, so it'll be worth it. And I can't wait to have that new website. It's going to be so much cleaner, so much easier to find things and filter by what you're looking for. It's going to be quite awesome, and hopefully make a lot of the things that are not as obvious on the site easier to find, etc. The other interesting thing that happened this week is kind of starting the process of moving forward on a 2021 Discord challenge coin. And I'm only mentioning it on here because I know a lot of our Discord members are frequent watchers of these videos. A lot of you probably aren't. So I'll talk later about how to join the Discord if you haven't yet. But we did a challenge coin last year. This is the 2020 challenge coin. One side is the face with the mask on it because of the whole pandemic thing, and then the other side's the logo, and these are individually numbered. We did 100 of them. They were available only to Discord members, and I don't know, I think they came out quite awesome. They'll show up in my streams sometimes, in my dreams, just my streams. They show up in my streams when we've got like a conflict or something, and in terms of prize winners, we got to decide between two people, flip the coin, and it's just kind of a nice little showpiece to stick in your display cabinet or whatnot, have on your desk. It's got a real nice hefty weight to it. It's a 2-inch diameter coin. It's pretty awesome. So we're doing a 2021 coin. I actually started the proofing and artwork process on the 2021 coin this week, as well as putting out feelers. I think we'll probably do about 200 this year, unless I see a lot more people express interest before we get around to having them made. But it will be a different coin and available to Discord members only, and I can't wait. The artwork looks pretty sweet so far. So another interesting happening this week. I mentioned how our customers are the best last week. Well, that still holds true this week. We had not one, but two separate customers donate items for my Saturday night live stream giveaway. So if you're not aware of those, I do a live stream every Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Usually runs for about 2 hours. I'm working on something, building a kit, detailing a kit, whatever it is. Currently, I'm working on the PGGP01 I started during my charity stream last year, working on the FB armor and such. And usually during my streams, I give something away. Usually it's a small high-grade kit or something, occasionally something bigger. But basically, I draw random numbers throughout the stream. And when I do the draw, I have people throw a number in the chat in a certain range. And when somebody's number gets called, they win the kit. Lately, there's been a recent little trend of people offering up items to give back to the community. For that, we've had a few ding and dent items. We've had a few non-ding and dent items. And this week, I had not one, but two customers two amazing customers, quite frankly, offer stuff up. So this week we'll actually be giving away an MG Death Site Hell, thanks to, I think, make sure I get the name right. So anyway, after searching forever because of a complete mind wipe here. So thanks to Celestial Beans on the Mecha Warehouse Discord, aka Jamie is Cult, on Instagram, I think. He donated the MG Death Scythe Hell for the stream. There'll be another kit for Mecha Warehouse as well. So this week will be good. And then we had another person who didn't want to be named but wanted to express how much they love the RG new Gundam, who donated one, which we'll be using for a week from Saturday, along with whatever Mecha Warehouse is providing. So we've got some good prizes. We've got another one that someone donated that will get fit in somewhere as well, and it's kind of exciting stuff. So that's really cool. If you're into watching those streams, into the giveaways, there's going to be some good stuff the next few weeks. And if you aren't into those currently, definitely check them out. We stream right here on the YouTube channel every Saturday night, so worth checking out. The one other happening this week, you can't really see it from here too well, but we added the second bin rack. I posted some pictures of that on social this week. So just more organization for small items, which is coming in handy with the big DSPIAE restock this week, and give us some room to expand and reorganize for some of those smaller items. So with all that stuff behind us, let's move on to restocks. So restocks this week, like I mentioned before we got really into things, we restocked DSPIAE. Especially if you were into those vices, I hope you paused and went and looked to go grab one, because they're probably not in stock at this point if you watched this far in. Maybe they are, maybe you're lucky, but they're not. So we'll start with the DSPIAE stuff this week. We got the DSPIAE table vise. You can kind of see those pictures. These have been much talked about, especially on the Discord lately. People looking for these. We've got a lot of the other DSPIAE staples, push brooch set. All their packagings are the same. You can't really tell unless I flip things around. The 3.0 nippers, super popular. We actually got the God Hand nippers in this week too. I don't have them here, but I guess a good question for all of you. What's your favorite, the DSPIAE 3.0s or the God Hand Ultimate nippers? They're definitely both pretty much the top two nippers on the market as far as I'm aware. We got the push brooch handles again, the tool handles from DSPIAE. Glue applicator, good applicator for super glue, I believe. And I believe that's what it's for. I should actually read these, yeah, super glue. It's for super glue. So it's pretty cool if you do anything that involves super glue. Also, their files have been super popular. We got tons of these, and they sold out so fast. The Siren files last time, we got tons more. So those are some of the best glass files on the market. The Leviathan hobby file has also been pretty popular. I'm not really sure. I think the Leviathan file is it's just bigger and maybe cuts a little harder, I think. But I haven't used either yet. I plan on giving those a try. They got some cool tweezers. They got tons of sanding sponges are now in stock. We got the sets as well as the individual packs of all their sanding sponges. The MSP, the sandpaper that goes on their aluminum sanding sticks is in stock again. Just tons of stuff. We've got quite a bit. I think we've got almost everything in stock from DSPIAE now, so huge restock. Also been really popular is their Moisturizing color palette. This is good if you hand paint. It's actually lets you put the paint on the palette paper, and just the way it moisture kind of comes through, it keeps the paint good, so you can close that up and open it up another day and continue using that paint. So no more wasted paint when you're doing small detail hand painting and stuff. You can kind of put out the colors that you use regularly and keep them regularly. And we also got the restocks for the paper and that goes in this. to let you keep those running. So we got that in stock now. We also got some kits, which is the fun part for me. I think kits are just exciting. Tools are cool, and they're probably a better use of money in a lot of ways, depending on what you do with your building, but kits are always exciting. We got a bunch in, mostly high grades. We'll start 30-minute missions, Rabiot Navy. The big one this week, this is a high grade, looks like a master grade based on the box size. The HG Kshatriya, these are always popular. Probably won't stick around super long just because of how cool of a kit that is. We got the high grade Goof Revive. This kit is a kit. HG Mark II AEUG version. We just had the Titans one. I think those are out or low. The HG Gundam Ground type. I've got one of these like half painted somewhere that I need to finish someday. Some other cool ones. The put this right side up. HG Destiny Gundam. The HG Ailstrike Gundam. HG Kamiki Burning Gundam. And last but not least, we got the new Figure Eye Standard Amplified Imperial Draymon. So if you're into Digimon, we got these in. These are brand new. First time having them in the store. They just came out. We shipped the pre-orders out this week. So I think there's some other stuff, some more accessory packs, and there's probably a few things I missed that I didn't drag over here. We definitely got the God Hand nippers and some God Hand tool restock as well, including the spin molds, which are they're basically like little drill bits that you can use to cut in small circular details, but it leaves a flat hole as opposed to when you use an actual drill or pin vise, which is good for small detail work. If you wanted to add a small circular hole detail or create a hole and then fill it with something like a detail part, it's a pretty good option for that. So I think that's all for restocks this week. Definitely check them out. I think a lot of the DSPIAE stuff, some of it will last a little while because we got a lot of it based on previous orders. Some of it's going to fly off the shelves. So if you are serious about wanting any of that stuff, I wouldn't wait a super long time because it's probably won't be around until our next restock. That said, I'll be planning another big order probably this week once I get a hold of them on some other stuff, and then and that will be coming in, in a month or two when it gets shipped out. So yeah, let's move on to Q&A. So Q&A, this is the part of the video where I answer questions from you, the audience. I've actually only got one question today. So do me a favor. So I've got questions for next week. I got to figure out how to ask this that elicits the right number of questions each week. But if you have a question and want it answered, please post it down in the comments below. I would love to answer your question. You can ask about Mecha Warehouse, about myself, about Gunpla, anything you can think of. Worst case, I just ignore it if it's a really annoying question or something. But I appreciate questions. And yeah, so let's go on to this first one. So the one question we got this week was from Scott, and he says, what paints would you recommend for hand painting and airbrushing? So there's tons of good options. It depends on what you want to do with it and your comfort level and your tolerance for risk or hazards, I would say. So personally, what I use is the Vallejo Mecca color that we stock. We're pretty low on a lot of it, out of stock of a lot of colors right now. It's been pretty popular. That'll hopefully get better in the future. I like it because it's non-toxic. It's acrylic. There's no warning labels. It's not flammable. It's not super hazardous. They don't say that you should, but I think you could drink it and you probably wouldn't die. That said, please don't drink your Vallejo, no matter how tasty it might look. Don't drink your Vallejo, but I think it's relatively safe. I don't feel unsafe spraying it using a spray booth and not wearing a mask a lot of the time. But that said, it's not necessarily as durable as, say, a lacquer. Paints like splash paint, which we stock, and Tamiya are probably a little bit more hazardous. Tamiya is less so than than the Splash, which is supposed to be, I think the options from Splash contain like cyanide and other ridiculous stuff that you definitely don't want to breathe in an aerosolized form. Wouldn't be great for you, but I think you might get a better result potentially. So it kind of depends on what you're doing, what your comfort level is, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've done all my painting with Vallejo Mecca, and I've been happy. You just got to really make sure you let it cure before you start playing with it, or you're going to be in trouble. But I think that's true for all paints. Since I've only got one question though, let's answer a couple questions that I get all the time. As I mentioned the Discord earlier, one of the questions I get all the time: how do I join the Mecha Warehouse Discord? So first of all, the Mecha Warehouse Discord is our online Discord community for Mecha Warehouse customers. If you're unfamiliar with Discord, it's basically like a chat room. If you, I don't know, if you grew up when I did IRC was a thing, it's basically like IRC, but for 2021. And we have a Discord. We've got about 600 plus members on there right now. And they converse about various Gundam topics. We provide extra information like what stuff's coming in stock, what we've ordered, things like that in advance. We've got a Dings and Dents clearance section where we post a daily deal for something that maybe got damaged in shipping or what have you. And so it's a great little community. To join is pretty simple. Requirement number one, though, is that you have to be a Mecha Warehouse customer. We do this only not because we like want to force people to buy from us or anything like that, but it helps keep the place kind of under control and limits how quickly people come in and how easy it is to come in, so that way someone can't join purely to be a pain in the butt. And it's done a pretty good job at that. We've had very few like high drama scenarios happen and play out on the Discord, which is awesome. If you've ever been on any forum or online community, there's always some sort of argument or fight that breaks out, and it's not fun, especially not fun to administer. So this has been a lot easier to deal with. But basically you get an invite link when you make that first purchase, and if you haven't, you just shoot me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, and let me know. And if you can, include that order information so I can find you, and then we'll get you an invite link. Easy as that. Frequently asked question number 2 is, hey, when does X show up? X could be any kit, any tool, any whatever. With kits, especially Bandai kits, it really is just a matter of them restocking. So there isn't like some massive warehouse somewhere full of just all the kits. There's warehouses that have kits, but just like we have what we have in stock, our suppliers have what has been printed recently and that they have in stock. So when we go to restock, it's limited based on what they have. So in a lot of times we can't just get whatever kits we want. We're limited based on what the selection is currently available. In terms of knowing when those next kits come out, no idea, right? There's some ways to kind of guess and estimate. I don't know how accurate they are. Even for us, ordering and having a confirmed order doesn't necessarily 100% mean that kit's showing up in a reasonable amount of time, because sometimes they change their mind and we don't actually get charged till they ship it. So they decide, okay, we're going to make what people are ordering the most of first. And that kind of makes sense, because that's what's going to keep them in business and allow them to do the best that they can. In terms of tools, a lot of this stuff, there are some supply chain issues where things maybe aren't in stock all the time. But for the most part, we're trying to get into a rhythm of ordering most of our tools, paints, and other supplies on a monthly or bi-monthly, i.e. every other month kind of basis, because we want to have stuff in stock, and in-stock stuff is good. So that's it for Q&A today. Hopefully I've got more viewer questions next week. So if you have a question for me, again, please post it down in the comments below, and I would love to answer it for you. And I think that's all I got for this week. So thank you for watching. Thank you to all our customers out there, and hope you have a great weekend. See you all next time. Later.